Hey looks, welcome back. This is Meherun and today I am sharing with you how to achieve a beautiful, summery, glowy, healthy looking skin and also this very sunsetty, yellowy, orangey eye look. So I really hope you guys enjoy today and enjoy all the nitty-gritty tips and tricks. How have I achieved this? Trust me guys, if you guys use or follow whatever steps I have done today, your makeup will last you through any sort of hot, humid kind of weather. Trust me, I have done this and tasted it out in a very hot, humid weather, and it just stayed in place and intact and it did not go anywhere. I love the skin and the finish. You guys know the drill. Please be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Until next time, on to the tutorial. Hey guys! So, even though my skin looks like it is moisturized, it is not moisturized yet. I have just used some facial oil. And now for my moisturizer today, I am using this for the very first time. And this is a very interesting color and texture to me. I have never used this before. So it says it's a revitalizing black hydration gel. Let me see. And it looks like there is some sort of pearl extracts in it. It smells like something. I can't really put my finger on it. But obviously it did not make me look like I'm wearing a black veil on my face. But this feels really hydrating. Oh my god. Yet very lightweight. So I think this will work beautiful for those who have oily skin, and this is a beautiful summertime moisturizer. It feels so light and it's so refreshing. Oh my god, you are beautiful. So if you really want your makeup to last a really long, hot, humid day, you should use a good primer, and that primer should be something like gel-like, and it will not make you oily or greasy, but it will help to extend the longevity of your makeup and your makeup will glide on beautifully. So this is what I really like for summer. This is from Lancome and this is an oil-free primer and this is like a gel-based primer. So this primer is a smoothing primer. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. It's like it evens out my pores. Not only that, it is so silky and smooth to touch, and no matter what you put on top of it, it glides on beautifully. So as you guys know, after I prime my face, I like to give it at least 5 to 7 minutes while I will quickly do my brows and be right back. So for foundation, I have chosen this today. This foundation is by Estee Lauder and this is the double wear and my shade is 4N2. So the best part about this foundation is this is such long wearing, it does not look oily or too dry, and it does not transfer. And I have worn this foundation as good as more than 12 hours and it did not transfer, it did not budge, it did not fade, it stayed like intact on my skin. And because we have used that primer underneath, it glides on beautifully. See how beautifully it blends in with the skin. Look this side and this side. It is a beautiful foundation. So this is what I am using as in concealer today, because this is such a beautiful consistency and it does not crease or budge underneath my eyes or anywhere on my face. So I love to use this to hide my under eye circles and to highlight this center part of my face as well. So I know some people do not really like to wear cream contour. It might feel like too many products onto your skin, but if you use a cream base underneath your powders, it will make it so long lasting and it will not fade out throughout the day. Trust me on that. And you just have to know the particular tricks and tips how to make it natural and feel less heavy on your skin. That's all. So I am using this today as my cream contour. This is a beautiful shade for contouring. This is beautiful bronze. And what I like to do is I like to take it at the back of my hand first so that I have the control over the product. I like to take a brush like this. This is by Zoeva 110 Face Shaping Brush. So I like to pick up the product little by little. Always start with little product, you can always build it up. And then I like to create shading underneath my cheekbones with this, like very light-handed and tapping motion like this, and then lightly, very light-handed, just blend it upwards. Never blend your contour downwards. That will not give you that chisel effect. It will just make your face look longer, and that's not pretty. See how beautiful it has created the depth? And while I am at it, let's do it. I like to contour my lips also a little bit. For that, whatever is here on that nail, I am not taking out any more. If I need, I will. So I will just put them around my lip area. So I really like doing this because this is a very quick and easy way to contour your lips. See that? I feel like I already have like very pouty lips. And the most important step is setting all the gels that we have just created in place before we set them with powder. For that, I really love this Urban Decay De-Slick powder? Setting spray. So this is an oil controlling setting spray. Not only it sets them all in place, they also like control the oil secretion of your face throughout the day. This is a brilliant product. Like whenever I set my place with this, I do not have to touch my face at all, trust me. And now on to setting our face. I really like this Charlotte Tilbury powder because this is such a beautiful airbrush giving powder. It's like when you set your under eyes or your face with it, it looks completely airbrushed and it is so lightweight. Oh, and even if you are oily, you are dry, you are combination, you will love this product. I flipping love this. See how it does not even take away that beautiful glow that we created on our face, but it still manages to set everything. So for bronzer, please don't be surprised or be laughing at me. I am mixing in these two. This is the original Hoola and this is Hoola Caramel. So when I mix these two together, they becomes a beautiful, gorgeous contouring shade. See the colors. This is like more warm and this is more like neutral. Now onto highlighters. I know for summer, if you have a combination to oily skin, you will already have a very natural glow onto your face, but I am extremely dry, so I need to add some sort of extra highlight onto my face. I mean, who am I kidding? I love highlighters and I will find every other reason to pile it on my face, alright? So this is what I'm using today by Ofra. But here is the trick. Even if we are applying a very beaming highlight, we will make it look like really natural and summer appropriate. So you will look beautifully healthy and glowy, but not shiny at all. That is where I come in to tell you how to make your beautiful highlight natural. So for blush today, I am using this gorgeous color by Sephora. See how blush is tying the whole highlighter and bronzer and everything together. And I always like to add a little on top of my nose so that we look naturally flashed. Now is how do we make all these look natural. Take your beauty blender, just go over your highlight, your blush, your bronzer, and push them in place. So they will not look as intense, but when the light hits you in the correct places, they will be like beautifully highlighted and glowy. See? Simple and easy, isn't it? So I have brought you guys a little closer to show you what I'm doing on my eyes. So the first thing, if you want any of your eyeshadow or anything onto your eyes to last longer, you need to prime your eyelid so that it will give you that vibrant eyeshadow look as well. If you have got like that creasy eyelid like I do, it will not crease right here because throughout the day when it's so hot and humid outside, it just creases right in here, and that is not a pretty look. I don't like that look. So when I prime my eyelid, that doesn't happen. So I'm using the MAC Paint Pot in Lian Lo. Before I start creating this eye look today, I just want to warn you guys, I am going to use more than eyeshadow palettes. You do not need to do that. You can use whatever you have in your hand. I just happen to have all these shadows and I really like how they look and the finish that they give. So I am using it. You do you, girl. You can use whatever your heart desires. So the first thing, I'm using this palette and this shade all over my lid just to set that primer. To highlight my brow bones, I'm going to be mixing in these two shades. So first I want to build up my crease using this beautiful orangey shade. So next I am switching on to a different palette, which is this, and this has some beautiful sunsetty yellowish color. This is perfect for the look that I'm creating today. So just to deepen up our crease a little bit more, I am taking this shade. So now we are taking this gorgeous orangey shade, and after that we will take this shade to put it right here on the outer corner and in the inner corner as well, to make it look like somewhat halo eyes. And I'm just putting that shadow in the middle. Oh, these eyeshadows are so pretty. Natasha Denona, guys, her eyeshadows are a dream to work with. Oh, and they will not fade out at all throughout the day. So I think I want to use my fingers because that's how you get the most pigment. Oh, this is so pretty. Now that our eyes are looking somewhat like this, I will use this red shade and this deep brown shade to just deepen up the outer corners and the crease a little bit more. Personally, I am also very shy when it comes to colorful eyes because I feel like it's not as wearable and it's too loud. Then I was like, I want to create a way to wear these eyeshadows because they're so beautiful. So for my falsies today, I have used the Huda Beauty lashes in the style Noel, I think. And on my waterline, I have used this eye pencil by Marc Jacobs. It is a golden eye pencil, so it opens up our eyes beautifully. Now, I know this video is already way too long, so let's finish off the lower lash line. So, in the inner corner of my lower lash line, I'm going to be using this beautiful yellow shade. And for the rest of my lower lash line, I'm going to be using this shade. So I have finished applying my lipstick, and for that I have used this lipstick today. This is by Fenty Beauty. It is this beautiful rustic shade, and on top, just to neutralize it a little more, I have used this one by Estee Lauder. This is the shade. Right, and now this is not all done. To set them all in place, we have to spray our face one more time, okay? And for that I'm using this Morphe spray. So this is the finished look. Let me bring you guys a little closer so you guys can see the finish on the skin, the eyes, the lips. It is absolutely glowy, healthy, not sweaty or shiny in a bad way, in a good way, of course. So yeah, and this face will stay intact throughout any day, any night, any period of time, in any sort of hot, humid weather. All right? Please be sure to subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed and beautiful. Mwah.